What's up guys, it's Romeo Lacoste and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I have an awesome video for you guys. So one of the many questions and topics I've had you guys wanting me to cover by popular demand is...
First of all, did you send these messages to these girls, 14 and 15? Were you sexting with them?
So here's one of the big loopholes is, I don't know if you...
Worse. Now that I'm more awake, let's talk about more important things. Let's talk about Romeo Lacoste. I don't like his last name, so for the remainder of this video, I'm going to call him Romeo Kelly. And if that's not obvious, you can call him R. Kelly for short. A lot of evidence and allegations came out against Romeo saying that he is a child predator. And what did Romeo do? You probably think he came out and said, no, I'm not. No, he didn't. He did an interview with Keemstar. Yes, the Keemstar, in which he decided to do everything but deny the allegations. He said he was the victim. He said that the underage girls took advantage of him. He also said he didn't know that they were underage, but he did know that they were underage. It's not that bad because they were almost 17. Hey, Tiger did, so it's cool. Now, all of those are probably the worst answers anybody could ever respond with in this type of situation. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our trusted friend. You know him, you love him. The one and only predator killer himself, Matt Watson, is going to be here for this video. Matt Watson, him with the deep sigh. All right. So I'll be honest, I couldn't actually get Matt Watson to collab with me on this video. Didn't really try to reach out because I know he's somewhere still hiding in that cave. So to get his help for this video, I'm going to have to use pre-recorded clips, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Now, there's a lot to get into, and there's a lot to go over and laugh at and be mad at. So let's go ahead and get it out of the way and start the show by rolling the...
Do I have everybody's attention now?
All of us Twitch thoughts. Good morning.
Hell of the day. You hold this L for that bum ass. Stupid.
The king is back!
King fame. Okay.
Can you copyright him right now?
Now this was a 36-minute interview full of rambling, repetitive, horrible excuses from none other than Romeo Kelly. So I can't go over the whole thing. Now, Romeo opens up the interview by saying, hey man, you're an asshole, but I appreciate you saying I'm a great tattoo artist. He didn't address the fact that he's a child predator. He didn't address the fact that King pretty much broke down and explained exactly why he's a child predator. He decided to go straight into, hey man, thanks for saying I'm a good tattoo artist. It really means a lot. In between all these allegations, you pointed out that I have skill in drawing art.
I was just watching your video. You're such an asshole, bro. I do appreciate you giving me credit for being such a boss-ass tattoo artist and tattooing everyone and being involved in the circle, so that's kind of cool.
Probably not the best way to start something so serious, but let's give him the benefit of the doubt and assume he started to do better throughout this entire thing. I'm going to tell you now, spoiler alert, he did not. Let's jump straight to the part where he pretty much said, yeah, I did that shit, and then tried to make it sound like he didn't do that shit. So he says,
you know, some of these girls, the one in particular that we're referring to, told me that she was almost 18 years old.
Which is a decent start to your explanation. Play confused. I've said this many times. Play confused whenever you're under fire. Just act like you didn't know anything. He says that the girls told him they were almost 18. Which, if that was the case, he probably should have stopped talking to them right then, but he did not.
I dated her back when I was like 19 years old.
And she was 14, right?
I think she might have been late 15. She may have been late 15. I remember her being more like 17. I dated her for about 3 years. I lived in her house. I moved in with her house. Her parents were completely cool with it. We slept in completely separate bedrooms.
So just that fast we went from he didn't know that they were underage to I knew she was 15 and I was 19 and I lived with her, but we didn't sleep in the same bedroom. Even though we were dating, like he just tried to brush that under a rug. Like, yeah, I was a 19-year-old dating a 15-year-old and I moved in with her. And her parents were okay with it, but we didn't sleep in the same bedroom, so it was cool. Matt, let me get another side, please. He then says he treated her with the utmost respect and treated her like his little princess, which I guess was supposed to make it okie dokie for everyone. Keemstar immediately interrupted and said,
she said you peed on her.
I don't remember that.
Which is fucked up. I'm sorry for laughing, but it was just the way it was said and the timing of it that was hilarious to me. The actual thing is terrible and sick. He's a sicko. There's nothing funny about being a sicko. Romeo Kelly denied it. He said, wait a minute, I didn't pee on her. He said he doesn't remember it, which is again playing confused. I don't remember doing anything. I peed where? Nah, I only pee on toilet seats. So unless she was hiding in the bathroom, it couldn't have happened. And then King says, well, pee or no pee, she said she was traumatized from the thing. And instead of sticking with the confused reaction that he had just a second ago, Romeo Kelly proceeds to be offended. Like, what? She said my pee traumatized her? That's crazy.
And it traumatized her, like in a.
It traumatized her?
That's what she said.
You just said you don't remember peeing on her. Now you're offended by the fact that your pee traumatized her, which means it definitely happened. And you pretty much gave yourself him with the side Matt. There was a point where Keemstar directly asked, "Hey, are you into underage girls?" And R. Kelly looked up to his idol, R. Kelly, and stole his answer of not just saying no like any normal person would have. He went to some goofy ass excuse or explanation about underage girls. Just say no. I know you all remember the R. Kelly clip where they said, "Hey, R. Kelly, do you like underage girls?" And he said,
"Do you like teenage girls?" When you say teenage, how are we talking?
Well, here's Romeo Kelly's version of that exact same question.
First of all, did you send these messages to these girls, 14 and 15? Were you sexting with them?
So here's one of the big loopholes is, I don't know if you...
A loophole. It was a loop. There's a lot of loopholes. It's like if you go to a McDonald's and the McDonald's has underage girls in it, that is different because it's not the same, because of your age, and numbers are really just numbers when you think about them. Like, what are you talking about, bro? What the hell are you talking about? Please get a PR person, get a lawyer, get somebody to help you. They say he's gonna do a second interview, and I assume it's because he's gotten advised by someone to redo that shit. That was horrible. Just say no. Loophole? You're a loophole. You're an entire loophole. I don't know what it means, and you don't either, clearly. But you're a loophole. A fucking loophole is your logic for being into underage girls. Give me another Matt side. I haven't actually gotten into the original evidence. I've been focused on this interview. So the original evidence is the messages. And when I say messages, I mean plenty of messages between him and the underage girls. He also admits to knowing these girls are under 18. He literally asked, "Do you want to wait until you're 18 or is sooner okay?"
In the conversation that you had with the alleged girls, there's a part where you say, "Are you willing to do it before you turn 18?
Yes, so let me address that. So that, I'm not gonna deny that was real, but here's the big loop about it.
While asking that same question in that same conversation, he told them he was going to let them drink his cum and follow up with a shot. So not only are you trying to sexually do things with underage girls, you're trying to get them drunk as well. When I tell you this man is a sicko, I mean this dude is a sicko. There's no ifs and buts about it. He's sick. At no point was there sympathy to be had for Romeo, because he just kept digging the holes deeper and deeper and deeper as if he was Shia LaBeouf. You would think that once someone saw these messages, they would say, "Whoa, whoa, whoa. This is fake. This isn't real." I wouldn't say that shit to an underage girl. He did say some of that. He said this is Photoshop and this was taken out of context. Well, he also in that same sentence said, "Well, it's Photoshop, but the messages are real, but the way they cropped them was to make him look bad." They didn't show the whole conversation. Like, he did say, "Hey, underage girl, drink my nut and then take a shot." Now he said that. That's what he admitted. I said that, true. But you didn't look at the whole conversation. She said she would do it. It's different than she trying to portray it like I was just attacking her because they were honestly coming from me. Romeo's an idiot. Romeo is an absolute idiot. He says that the underage girls took advantage of his grown ass. He was like 26 at the time. He said they took advantage of him by coming on to him and saying sexual shit to him. That's why he fell for it. Never mind the fact that he was in his 20s and these girls were 15. They took advantage of him and his lack of awareness of what social media was. He says that the social media world was new to him, this fame was new to him, and he wasn't used to it. So that means it's justifiable for him to do what he did. I know you're thinking like, damn, he's admitted to it, he's made terrible excuses, and he said all kind of wild shit, and it can't get much worse. But wait, there's more.
I've had my tattoo shop for 4 years. I have never had a single complaint of any girl in whatsoever.
Romeo says there's no way he could have done these things that he's already admitted to doing, because he's such a respectable person. You can ask anybody who's gotten a tattoo from Romeo Kelly. He would never ever do such a thing. He's been the most respectable person to all of them. There's never been one complaint about him flirting with his customers or any. You know how old you have to be to get a tattoo? Let's start with that. You have to be 18 or at least have parental approval. So I imagine 99% of his customers are all 18 and up. So I can understand why there's never been any complaints about you flirting with them. They're not your type. Your type is in high school. Your type is in middle school. And then you had the nerve and audacity to say, this has been hard for you. Not the girls who got taken advantage of. This has been hard for you, Romeo Kelly, because you are the victim. These are your words. You're the victim in this situation that got taken advantage of. As a grown man online talking to underage girls, you were being taken advantage of. Not because they lied about their age. No. You understood their age. But because they started the flirting first, apparently. I cannot stress it enough when I say this dude is a sicko and an idiot. I promise you I cannot. Hit him with the Matt side again. Forget the side. How does this happen, Romeo Kelly? You looked directly at the camera and were stupid. You didn't use your common sense.
I didn't.
Is this camera on me?
Yes, it's on.
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
If we didn't believe it before, you made us believe it.
Y'all just don't want to believe the truth. You don't want to believe it.
And now you're fighting for your fucking life.
I didn't do this stuff. This is not me. I'm fighting for my life.
And I feel like there's even more that I'm forgetting because it was such a long interview and there was so many mess. Like at one point you said it was okay because Tyga did it. Like let's not act offended because Tyga did it. And it was okay when no, it wasn't okay when Tyga did it. And there was no proof. With you, there's proof. And then you said people were judging you and you're the victim again because people were treating you like you're gay because you wanted to have your ass licked by the girl. What are you talking about? Nobody cares about that stuff, bro. It's about the underage girl. Nobody cares about your freaky fantasies. I promise you we don't. We care about the fact that you're having these weirdo, sicko conversations with underage girls. You can come out the closet. You can stay trapped in the closet. I don't care about the closet. I care about the kids in middle school, Romeo. They asked you about this weirdo group. It's called Daddy's Little Girls or something like that you joined, where it's older men doing weird things with very young girls. And Keem asked you again, is it because you're into young girls? Is that why you're in that group? And you started talking about not fetish shaming.
I'm just asking you about this DDLG because it has something to do with like older guys and really young girls, right?
Really? It just has, it's like kinky stuff. But you know, you guys want to follow, you know, Riley Ray and porn stars.
What are you talking about? We're not talking about feet. We're not talking about people licking underarms. We're talking about you being a child predator. That's not a fetish. That's a crime. And you continue to loophole and dance your way around it. Romeo, please. Stop. It's over. Normally I tell people, hey man, it's no. It's over. There's no recovery, no redemption storyline for you, Romeo. There's no lawyer in the world who could come by and clean this up after that terrible interview. Put the broom down. There's no cleanup. You're not going to sweep this one under a rug. This is one of the few times where I have no suggestions at all or advice other than turning yourself in, I guess. Maybe stop. Oh, and it came out that even after this interview, after you just tried to convince the world that you're not into underage girls and did a terrible job at, by the way, people have caught you yet again still following underage girls on Instagram who clearly are underage. It says in their bio like, hey, I'm 15. Don't come towards me if you're an adult and you just dove head first in. Just jump right in and feel, what are you doing? Maybe it's one of those situations where you know you've already lost, so you just go out swinging anyway, which is also still a terrible idea, which lets me know not only have you not been advised of anything, but if you were to do a second interview, it would just be as bad as the first one. I had enough, Romeo. I'm done talking about you. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up now. So, Romeo Kelly, R. Kelly for short, you get this L of the day. Unlike most people, when you drive past a middle school, you attempt to go play. You keep saying that all of this is loophole and fake Photoshop doctor, and you're throwing a big fuss. I bet you were sad as hell when you found out we were no longer going to have a Toys R Us. I sat there for 36 minutes and watched you talk to Keem and tell lie after lie after lie. You committed a lot of crimes and made a lot of mistakes, so now the career of Romeo must die. If you agree with this L, be sure to leave a like on the video. Let me know how you feel about this whole thing down in the comments below. And of course, if you're new, subscribe to join me and the famous few on our path to greatness. Until next time, I am the famous King, Miles King. And I have nothing left to say. So with all that being said, this has been your L of love.
I really liked her. I treated her like a princess.
I mean, she said you peed on her.
Okay, but where's the proof?
That's what she said. I'm just saying. You're telling me that you treat her with all kinds of respect. She's telling me she's traumatized because you peed on her.
I ain't got time for this. CDG matching my confidence. DBZ rapping, I market this. Flew to Japan while you talking shit. I ain't got nothing but love for you. Coming up straight out the mud, boy. Better quit tripping like Thug told you. You niggas watch up the sun, so you. Don't try to trap me like mad times. She ducking rubber.